Good morning, everybody. How's it going? We're going to do a little bit of Star Citizen streaming again before the end of the IAE 2950. We need to visit once more. Some of my ships from Misc loaded in yesterday. And so we need to go take a look, maybe rent some ships, maybe get some credits, earn some credits. So it's in the morning. This is when I usually play. I figure play for about an hour, real quick. Get an hour's worth of gameplay in. See what we can get done during that time. Still have my spacesuit on from last time. We're here in Microtech, New Babbage. We woke up. Since I'm going over to the expo hall, I think I want to wear my street clothes. So let's get back into our street clothes. IAE 2950 hat and get some eyewear on. Always remember save changes, or else changes aren't saved. It's got those ear, it's like our undersuit doohickey thing is still showing up. Now it's not showing up. Let's see if that works. Oh well, I ain't gonna mess with more with this. We gotta get to the show. Get me to the show. Let's see the coffee machine in these. There we go. Let's get to the show. I heard the fans making louder noise on my PC. Right now I'm seeing 58, 57, 56, 60 frames a second. And my CPU is showing about 51% utilization. If the little display in my keyboard. Got one of those Logitech G keyboards with an LCD screen and runs an app. If that can be believed.
Careful, doors are now closing.
Where'd that guy go? He disappeared. He was there. He disappeared. 30 frames a second. Should get faster when we go in the tunnel. 31, 30, 31, 30 frames a second. 33, boom, we're in the tunnel. Probably one of the reasons I like playing first thing in the morning is the room's a little bit cooler, and I don't have to have the fan on, which creates extra noise. My PC creates a little bit extra heat, so it stays a little bit cooler than in the afternoon when my house is the hottest. There's all the clothing shops. I wanted to buy souvenirs. Oh, there's a $29.50 shirt. Let's see if I bought one of those. Yeah, I did get one of those, so I don't need to buy one. Those are kind of cool. You buy them in game, and later on, like next year, people will be like, "Oh, you got a shirt that I don't have." It's like, yeah, because I was in game and I visited the expo, and you didn't. So Crusader and Misc are here. Go to the Crusader Hall. I think Crusader disappears at 11 today. I'm not really sure. I know they're 48 hours now on the, I believe on the displays. Misc we hadn't visited for sure. I know we haven't visited Misc yet. There is a free fly going on. You can play this game for free if you haven't already bought a package. In order to do that, you have to create an account at Roberts Space Industries. And then you can fly for free, and then when the event ends, you've had a chance to try out the game without backing the game, without spending any money. If you use my referral code, which I pasted in chat and appears in the comments of this video, you can do that, and you can get 5,000 in-game credits for free if you do decide to buy a game package. You sort of have to create your first account to fly free. This is already written. Yeah, we already got this. You have to do that first. So, if you don't already have a Star Citizen account, what is this blank space? This is showing us the Merlin, which I don't even see. Not here. What happened to it? Not here. Mercury Star Runner's kind of a new ship. I haven't flown one yet. I probably should before my rental expires to take a look at it. Sort of a big expo hall. I've heard that this Mercury Star Runner is everything that the Constellation wishes it was, which is kind of unfortunate because I have a Constellation, and it's showing, the effects of being an older ship. There's some things about it that aren't the greatest. I wish they would fix. I'm not sure I really like this Mercury Star Runner yet. A couple things about it I don't like as much. Okay, so we've got Tumbrel Cyclones here. And Tumbrels. And then over, yeah. So we've seen everywhere. We've seen everything here.
All road vehicles that are ready to explore today.
We saw this yesterday. The IAE and the World Gun. Okay, so let's go to the Misc exhibit hall. We haven't been there this year.
Your troop is ready to go the extra distance and stop by Recruitment Intergalactic to see their lineup of quality snuff groups and learn why they are the perfect addition to any.
Yesterday we took some of our rental ships and we went. We did some bounty hunting. Bounty hunted some NPCs. Made some free credits. We also flew the one of those little snub crafts. You can view that here on Twitch in the VOD, or if you're watching on YouTube, then that's another video on the channel. Videos show up at least a day later over on YouTube, and typically are just straight reposts of the VODs that are recorded here. I don't put a lot of time into editing or production, but they'll hang around over there even after they're purged here. Okay, so this is the Misc day. 2 days exhibit. So we've got Hull A and Hull C downstairs. Here right in front of us is that big Starfarer Gemini, Prospector, and the Razors. And then in one of the halls we've got Freelancers, and in the other hall we have Reliant stuff. So let's go rent some ships. I haven't flown a Razor. These are kind of like racer variants. So let's get some rentals of these. I don't know if I want to spend time racing, but oh, that picked up Starfarer Gemini instead. There we go. Okay, so we got these 3 ships. This Starfarer Gemini is like a refueling ship. There's a civilian, and then there's this military variant. Here's the Misc Prospector. This is a single-player mining ship. It's pretty cool. I've got. I bought one and then I upgraded it to something else, but I get one of these as a loaner while I'm waiting for what I upgraded it to come out. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's go over to this exhibit hall. We'll check out the stuff that's in here.
Don't run while exploring the halls.
Look at that, they got that blocked off. Exhibit hall is pretty nice. They definitely designed something that was big enough to see the AH-4 was blocked off. To let them show off ships and stuff. It's, people complain that, maybe, we should have carts. We should be able to get around easier, but I think it's pretty cool. So these are your Freelancers. There's a couple different varieties now. Notice This is like your base Freelancer here. It's got one engine on each side. Misc Freelancer. Right? And then over here, this one, it's got a funky paint job. It's got like some extra fuel tanks or something on it. Still one engine on each side. This is the Misc Freelancer DUR for duration. This is for exploring further and further away. It's got some extra sensors on it. It doesn't hold as much cargo as the base Freelancer, but it can go further. Now, you'll immediately notice this Freelancer has got 2 engines on each side. So it's got, instead of 2 engines in total, it's got 4 engines in total. It also has sort of a funky paint job. This is the Freelancer Max. So this is the largest Freelancer. It holds the most cargo, but it still has guns. I don't have one of these. It's an older ship. When you fly it, it's kind of like flying and looking out of a mailbox slot. The visibility out of the cargo, out of the cockpit, isn't the best, but a lot of people love this ship. Because it is one of the original ships in the game. And then we have a military variant of the Freelancer. This is the Freelancer MIS. And what MIS means is it's got a metric ton of missiles. And it's a missile boat. And so this one right here, we can go bounty hunting at it and then shoot missiles at bounties to collect credits. That may be something that we do. Okay, so now we've got one of each of the Freelancers rented. You can also get some vehicles in the back of the Freelancers, which is nice.
Headed your way. See for yourself why the Empire runs on Misc.
Now we'll head over to the other
Attention
exhibit
visitors
hall.
to the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. Please take care of viewing the vehicles on
Check out the other Misc
Remember, they're here for
ships that are on display. These are where the gases or the fuel would be stored here in the back of this. You do have a ramp, you do have some storage space inside.
Don't run while exploring the halls.
Got my Invictus launch week jacket on. Again, people that are new to the game, they'll be like, "Hey, where'd you get that jacket?" And I go, "Oh, I got it during the Invictus launch week. Oh, can I get one of those?" It's like, no, not unless you were playing in game and bought it during Invictus launch week. I don't know if they're going to change the design every year, but that's kind of a cool thing.
Headed your way. See for yourself what the Empire runs on Misc.
We got to go downstairs to see the hulls after we do this. All right. So these are all the Reliants. I haven't spent much time flying, and I don't own any of these. This is the Reliant Mako, which is supposed to be some kind of like electric news gathering ENG. Got a camera. I think it would be cool to have one of these, but they made it so that you can't operate the camera if you're flying. So it kind of needs 2 people to operate the camera. And then the second thing is, how do you monetize, like in-game, how do you make money in-game with the ship? It hasn't been outlined yet, whether that'll be part of the data running or whatever else. But until I hear more, I'm just going to assume you would shoot your videos and not be able to make any money from it. And that seems sort of, doesn't seem very rewarding. So there's another one. These, when they land, they're like horizontal, but when they fly, the ship kind of rotates and gets vertical. They're a light fighter, so maybe we'll fly some of them. We'll fly these. This one you can see it's got extra guns on it.
Adaptability, defined as being able to adjust oneself readily to different conditions.
Light freight.
Asset in a constantly changing universe.
Okay.
From the
So I think
Cobra
those are the
Mako, and the
those are the
Channel.
4 ships that were in this hull.
Each
So
model
we still have to go downstairs and see the future ships, the hulls. Hey, buddy.
Misc ship headed your way. See for yourself why the Empire runs on Misc.
That's blocked off. Now let's go downstairs. Around the hall, there's guns and there's components, like shields, coolers, and other stuff. But I'm not worried about checking those out.
Please refrain during your visit and have an amazing day.
Okay, let's go downstairs and look at the hull stuff. People just chilling out here. There's nothing on the display here. All we've got is the hull A and the hull C. So this is a concept ship. This is the hull C. It's dedicated to just being a freighter, and the way that it carries its freight, and it carries a lot of freight. I think it carries like 4,000 and something SCU. It's on these like spindles, so the ship can collapse when it doesn't have freight. It kind of, those things fold in and it collapses. But when it gets loaded up in 0G, they put the freight on those like spread out things like petals on a flower, and then you do your space trucking and you take your freight and you offload it somewhere else. So obviously it doesn't go down into atmosphere with freight loaded on it. It's kind of strictly just out in space, although it can collapse and land. But I bought one of these. It's not released yet, but basically a Caterpillar is like 456 or 500 and something SCU, and this will hold like 10 times as much as a Caterpillar. So it's definitely a good size jump up. Now there's a variety of hulls. This is the C. There's a D that holds a bunch more than this, and then there's an E that is truly ginormous that holds tens of thousands of SCUs. And then underneath the C, there is a B and an A model. Well, this right here is the hull A, and it is the smallest in the hull line. And the amount of cargo that it holds, I believe, is less than a Caterpillar. But I think it's more limited than a Caterpillar because I don't think it can spread out its wings and haul cargo like this in atmosphere or from a planet's surface. So it'll be good for some space runs of cargo, but I think some of your other larger ships, like the Caterpillar, like the Carrot, will have the ability to land on planets and take off and actually move more cargo than this. They've also said another role of this is to shuttle people from the planet's surface up to space station. So I can imagine with no cargo, with the ship collapsed, it's got interior room to do that. So, and then the B is a little bit larger, but those are your dedicated cargo ships. So anyway, that's what's going on today in the exhibit hall right now with the Crusader and with Misc. I think we get another vendor maybe at 11 o'clock today. I'll cover that on my next visit. For now, maybe let's do some missions with these ships. We've still got about 30 more minutes to play before I'm going to think about shutting down and getting on to the business of my day. And even if we don't do much, we'll position ourselves up at the space station above. I think it's Port Tressler. We'll get up there above the planet, and that way, when we do jump into game, we'll be in a good position to take missions. Let's just see how quickly and easily we can get up there. Okay, let's call the elevator. Let's go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. My name is Ed Wired. I stream typically in the morning, Star Citizen. If the patch, the current release isn't the greatest, I may take off a month from this game and not stream often. When there's something going on like an event, I may play more often. It just kind of depends. I'm in this game for the long haul. So I bought ships that aren't going to be out for probably two more years. And so, this is an ideal game for trying it out. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. Maybe you want to back it. Maybe you want to see more. But again, that's the nature of alpha games. I think I've got all the manufacturer's gear, and the only thing I needed to get this year was the year specific expo stuff. So I got the hat and I got the shirt. Okay, so we're down to the transportation hub. We can go to the Commons or we can go to the spaceport. Let's run over here and see if we can get in here in time to make it to. The next stop is the Aspire Grand, which is the apartments. It's where we woke up this morning. And then our next stop after that will be the spaceport. I'm going to stretch my legs and put my coffee cup back over in the kitchen. Hey buddy, how's it going? So I was invited to a party, so I can do the right bracket. To decline, or I can just let it time out. Looks like you're ready for space action. I'm gonna have to put my spacesuit on at the spaceport. Going over there to fly some of these ships I just rented and see if I want to buy one of these newfangled spaceships. All right, buddy Rowe, be safe out there. Most people don't have a mic hooked up. They don't talk. I don't know what it is. I'm kind of like the opposite. I don't have a cam hooked up. But I got a good reason for that because I don't wear a lot of clothes. So Twitch doesn't like people who have exposed skin. So to make it easier on everybody, I usually don't have a cam on when I'm streaming. But I have a mic. And I'm talking. And I got my mouse buttons configured so that I can very easily talk to people in game. But for whatever reason, most players don't do that. So here we can look. There's the train tracks going back over to the city where the expo hall was located. That's where we came from.
The Empire leader in cutting-edge technology, where creative innovation.
Now, normally we would have spacesuits on our spaceship, and we could change there. But once you spawn a ship, there's a timer that runs to keep you from blocking the landing pad for other people. So we're going to put on our spaceship. We're going to put on our spacesuit stuff now. Equipment manager, thank you. Thank you.
Be sure to explore all
And
new
we're going to
habitats
go back
to
and we're
offer.
going to say our
Whether it's the
undersuit.
latest in cutting-edge technology or the beauty of our award-winning gardens,
There we go.
the city
And
of
it looks
tomorrow
like
has a lot going on today.
that's brought back everything we want. Give it a
Tired of
second.
travel? Why not rest at the next newly renovated accommodation, located downtown, in the luxurious Sapphire Ground.
Now this little thing right here, you can see I got that party invite from that guy. I'm gonna say no. No,
My protest.
negative.
The Empire's leader in cutting-edge technology, where creative innovation.
There, it looks like it's showing me in the suit. Let's see if it works for us in game here. There we go. Now we're in our spacesuit. Right. And the reason I make sure I change before I get in the ship is it's really easy to forget. And then you go to a. Oh, I don't like that one because there's glare on it. And then you go to a thing and you get and you suffocate because there's no air. So there we've got some Aegis rentals that have expired. We have the ships that we own, and then we have ships 7 hours, 7 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, expired, 7 hours, 7 hours, 7 hours, expired, 7 hours, 47 hours. See, the ones that we just rented were 48 hours. They start at 48 and they tick down. So really, we want to fly the 7-hour rentals before they expire.
Remember,
So
your
let's look
belongings belong to
at
you.
those.
Keep a careful watch on all personal items.
An arrow, an anvil arrow is a light fighter. Let's retrieve that one. Hangar 3.
All of us at Microtech, welcome to the new house.
Go to Hangar 3.
For the latest updates on Sugar.
Here's our anvil arrow, little single engine fighter.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
Let's tell the spaceport to open the doors. There we go. Open these doors. Let me go.
You are clear to launch.
Very good. I don't know why it's got that canopy open, bud. Don't ask me. Sure. Not sure what's going on.
Takeoff
Take off a
complete.
little bit. Fly out the door. Alright, so there we are. We've flown out. See the docks back there. Let's put our landing, or
Thank you.
pull up
And
our
please
landing
visit
gear.
again.
But yeah, that whole door opening up, cockpit thing opening up, that's a bug. Don't know why that happens. Not sure. There's no there's an exit ship on that one. See buttons to what's that? Deploy close pallet canopy. Close exterior. Okay. Great. So now, let's look and see if there's any missions, like bounty hunter missions. This crime stat 3. Let's accept this. Let's see where that person is on the star map. And they're all the way over here. Look at that. They're on Hurston. We don't have enough fuel to get there clear route. So we're gonna go back to the accepted contract, and we're gonna abandon that. We're gonna say no. So let's go up to the. I want to go to the space station next. Lock in there. So Port Tressler. Port Tressler's right here. So we'll set our route to Port Tressler. Right. But first, let's do a flyover of the city. So we're flying back towards the city. There's the rail. Below us, got the frozen lake. So it doesn't like it when you go towards restricted areas. There's like a safety zone around them. So let's climb and get some altitude here. There's the city. There's the Microtech city. That big building in the center. I believe that's the Aspire Grand. That's the apartment complex that we woke up in. And then you can see the train loops around a little bit. Somewhere down there is the Tobin Expo Center. I think straight ahead there is the Tobin Expo Center. So yeah, that's pretty much the frozen, the cold planet, the frozen lake, and then over there, follow the train lines. There is the New Babbage International Spaceport terminal. All right, that's where we took off from. Is right over there. So let's go up to the space station up there, Port Tressler. We can't quantum until we get out of the atmosphere. We'll make that jump as soon as we get up there. One of the reasons I want to lock in at the space station is just simply if we get killed, it's easier to claim a ship and to get back in the game from up here. If we don't, then we respawn in the city in the apartments, and we have to do that train ride and then take off and get out of the atmosphere again. So one of the reasons you want to lock in.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Okay, so there we go. We're up here now at the space station. I like flying with dual sticks better than keyboard, but I mean, you know, it's just what you're accustomed to. It does require me when I go from being on the like on the surface to flying, I do have to reach and pull. I don't have a wide enough area so I can leave my sticks clamped on. So I just have to move my sticks and set them on my keyboard tray. Well, not really, well, it's a wide tray. It's kind of like a little But so I mean that could be a little bit better, but I found I could more easily control the spaceship with 2 sticks. So that's my preference. So here we go. We're close to the space station. Let's go ahead and request a landing pad so we can lock in.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
All right, can do that. We see there's an indicator now. That's showing us where our assigned landing bay is. I moved a little bit.
Attention. I have been authorized to scan your vehicle for security purposes. Please halt your vehicle and stand by.
So that's the space police that are now hassling us.
All right. Everything checks out. You're free to go.
Yeah, you're lucky I decided to cooperate because, you know, would have been bad for you if I didn't want to. So there's our landing pad right there. So what do we need to do? Oh, we need to put down our landing gear. There we go. And because of the way this camera's changing angles, I'm gonna have to change.
Landing complete.
Okay. Now when
Landing
you land,
complete. Have a pleasant stay.
you can refuel. Right? So repair would be three alpha credits. Refuel hydrogen, refuel quantum. Normally I don't do this in my rental ships, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Okay, now let's check our missions. Okay, call to arms. You always want to accept that, just in case. Just in case you run into some baddies, you can get extra money for killing them. Missing person, missing crew, cargo collection, local delivery. No beacons. These are like at comm arrays. Don't really see. Let's track this call to arms and see if any of these people are close to us. We have tracking on any of them. I don't see it. Let's go ahead and take back off from our space station here.
You are clear to launch.
Very good.
Takeoff complete. Landing gear raised.
Thank you, and please visit again.
So here we are. Still at space station. Let's see if we can get a mission to make some. I want to make some money. Some kind of mission. I'm not seeing anything. Illegal monitors detected. ST-459, ST-422, 464, 431. Let's try one of these missions. I don't know that I've run one of these missions before. So we found the marker, we set our route.
Quantum drive is now on.
Give this a try.
Quantum drive is now off.
Only 19 kilometers. It shows we have 3 Dominator 2s. Okay. So how do we know where the monitors are? Destroy monitors. Nothing showed up. Do I have to get closer? There's 3 of them. that the illegal marker? I shot at him, and it didn't seem to have any effect.
Forward hit.
So that turret took me out. Not sure how you're supposed to destroy those. Well, the nice thing is we're back on the space station. So that's why we locked in to the space station, is for quicker, get back in the game quicker. Now I noticed we didn't have to go inside the space station to lock in. We simply requested landing and we landed. I think somebody told me if you just request a landing pad, you don't even have to touch down, that'll move your respawn marker. But since I wanted to top off fuel and everything, we went ahead and we landed. Now what I'm doing here is I'm going to run and go start the reclaim on that ship, so that could be ticking down to reclaim that anvil arrow. You'll notice it'll have a status of destroyed. Right here, destroyed. And we'll go ahead and we'll claim that right there. Go ahead and claim it. Not going to pay any money to get that ship back, but it'll be back in 7.5 minutes, which is cool. And for that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. It's been an hour. This is like how long I like to play in the morning when I first start. Drink my cup of coffee, wake up, play for about an hour, and then at that point, I'm ready to stop playing games and to make my breakfast and to get into my day. Hope you enjoyed watching. My name's Ed Wired. I do, like I said, stream when I am playing games, Star Citizen, and when I am playing Star Citizen, typically in the morning, East Coast time. You can watch the VODs here on Twitch, and eventually they end up posted over to YouTube. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, give me a follow, give me a like, and we'll see everybody later.